Welcome again to an apple a day. Today, I want you to define your happiness habits. You know, like when you go to the gym to create those great muscles, those biceps and triceps, a little bit every time you work on them, don't you? Maybe you do a bit of cardio fitness on the treadmill, then you go to the cyclette, maybe the rowing machine, and then you've warmed up your body and you start on some weights, very low weights to start with, some easy exercises, and you gradually build, don't you, over time. You don't do it all immediately, otherwise you're going to hurt yourself and you'll have aches and pains. And the same with defining your happiness. What is happiness for you? What makes you happy? What makes you really gives you an intense feeling of happiness? And every day make that an exercise, exercise that muscle. For example, I sit at my piano and I start playing some jazz tunes, working out the chords, and it makes me feel amazing. Everything else is shut off. Whatever's happening in the world or around me doesn't matter at that moment because I'm focused on something that gives me intense joy, which is music. Also, following a recipe. I made a Turkish dish yesterday, which reminded me of my wonderful trip to Turkey a few years ago. I'd like to return this year. So I followed the recipe. I made dolma, which is, I made a filling that I put inside cabbage leaves, and it was the most delicious dish. And just following it and choosing the spices and the ingredients and taking that moment for myself, putting some background music on and preparing that dish, and then laying the table and then eating it with my daughter. It was just a beautiful moment. Very simple, nothing complicated. I don't need much. Also spending the morning in the park yesterday. The sun was out, beautiful pink blossoms on the trees. And I met an oncological nurse who was in a wheelchair because she'd had an accident while skiing. And a wonderful moment because she'd brought her pet rabbit with her that was hopping around on the grass, and we talked in English. And I just attracted this person to me. It was wonderful. Lovely lady called Beatrice. So I made a new friend yesterday. Little things like that. Doesn't take much. And it made for a very fulfilling and joyful day. So write down 3 things that give you an intense feeling of well-being. Make these your regular happiness habits. You can look through them through the course of a week, then a course of a month, and make that a regular habit to cultivate. So whenever things do get you down, and they will, you've always got that to hang on to. You know that those little pearls, those little actions will bring you back to your state of contentment and give you that sense of joy within. It really doesn't take much. So make that your objective for today and for this week. And I'll see you next time for an apple a day.